Promoting the United Nations Convention Against Torture Principles, PROCAT, is an initiative of Avocats Sans Frontières, Lawyers Without Borders, France. The project, which stems from a grant contract signed in December 2008 with the European Union, is partly aimed at reducing torture and ill treatment at all levels through the use of judicial processes and the provision of pro bono legal services to victims. Our judiciary correspondent, Shola Adeko, reports.
Nigerians are familiar with issues of torture, which is any act by which severe pain or suffering, whether physical or mental, is intentionally inflicted on a person, usually for intimidating, coercing or obtaining information or a confession, especially at the instigation of public officials. The popular case of Uzoma Okere readily comes to mind, and despite the huge cost awarded against the Navy and some of its officers, public officials, especially men of the police force, still resort to torture. This small gathering of lawyers and journalists is at the instance of Avocats Sans Frontières France, Lawyers Without Borders, a non-governmental organization implementing a project against torture, PROCAT, in Nigeria.
It's easy to make torture, and it's a quicker way to obtain proofs who could be false. And anyway, it's not legal, because in the Nigerian constitution, in the United Convention Against Torture, where Nigeria is part of the convention, and now in the legal principles of Nigeria, this tool is not acceptable.
The group shared examples of torture cases, identified instances of torture, and concluded that everybody must act, mobilize, and do something against torture.
Let us know what is going on out there. Let us know how we can stop things before they get worse. Lawyers will be there to assist, to ensure that these laws are protected, they're enforced, that whatever needs to be put in place legally is in place.
We've really concentrated on women and children who are suffering from maybe domestic violence or violence, generally, gender-based violence. But now we have to add victims of torture, whether the person is a woman or a man or a child, it doesn't really matter.
Avocats Sans Frontières France has been in Nigeria since 2001, assisting in the defense of human rights. Its program against torture seeks to enforce the rights of more victims of torture with the help of pro bono Nigerian lawyers. Shola Adeko, Channels Television News.